Yang lain, tulang, senja. Ha! Baris akan berjalan keluar dalam masa cepat. Kawalan kehormatan dahulu, kawalan kehormatan ke kanan. Yang lain, ke kiri dan ke kanan. Ho! Hang!
The march past once again led by the Colours Party. In today's context, the Singapore Armed Forces colours are meant to instill pride and loyalty in soldiers. Now, each of the colours or flags carry the emblems of the state and individual regiments. The regimental colours are conferred upon units and formations that have attained operational capability or made commendable achievements. And we now see the Colours Party forming up for the traditional march past, together with the 5 Guard of Honour contingents. Colours are awarded for achievement in the fields of combat, training, administration, efficiency and service to the community. And as a mark of respect, the crowd is asked to rise as the Colours Party marches past them. A total of 34 marching contingents are featured in this evening's parade. And standing proudly behind the Colours Party, you'll see the 5 contingents from the SAF and home team, 10 contingents from the uniformed groups, and 14 socio-economic organizations, as well as the combined band. Together, the contingents represent the country's commitment to the 6 pillars of total defense: military, civil, social, economic, digital, and psychological defense. Past is the parade commander, Lieutenant Colonel Ragumaran, son of Davindra. The 4 state colours are in the forefront. And that's followed by the parade regimental sergeant major, Master Warrant Officer Pandikumaran, son of Atipan. Falling behind are the 36 regimental colours, with the Colours Regimental Sergeant Major, 2nd Warrant Officer Shasi Kumar. The Army Guard of Honour contingent is up next, formed by men from the 1st Commando Battalion. It's led by Major Lucas Ng Wei Sheng. And we turn our attention now to the Navy Guard of Honour contingent, formed by men from the Naval Diving Unit. This contingent is led by Major Brian Chua. And we now see the Republic of Singapore Air Force contingent, comprising men and women from the Air Power Generation Command. This 3rd Guard of Honour contingent is led by Major Andrew Lee. Up next is the contingent from the Digital and Intelligence Service, comprising men and women from the Joint Intelligence Command and the SAF C4 Command. This 4th Guard of Honour contingent led by Military Expert 5, Audrey Yong. Finally, the 5th Guard of Honour contingent is the Singapore Police Force contingent. Forming the contingent are men and women from the Police Training Command of the Singapore Police Force. It's led by Deputy Superintendent of Police Benson Chong Herta. Coming up are our uniformed services from the SAF and home team. Leading the way is the Singapore Army contingent led by Captain Vince Ong and Captain Chuang Shen Yuan. And next we have the Republic of Singapore Navy contingent led by military expert for Jasper Zining Yong. And the Republic of Singapore Air Force contingent led by Captain Jeffrey B. Jiaqi. And keeping pace are the Singapore Police Force contingent. That's led by Assistant Superintendent of Police So Wei Hao. And the contingent from the Singapore Civil Defence Force, led by Captain Moy Hong. And up next we have the uniformed groups. And leading the National Cadet Corps Land is Cadet Lieutenant Dalson Yeoh. And the National Cadet Corps Sea and Air, that's led by Cadet Lieutenant Tay Min Chi. And behind them are the National Police Cadet Corps, that's led by Cadet Inspector Putra Nor Indra bin Mazliame. And the National Civil Defence Cadet Corps, led by Cadet Lieutenant Gratuaini binti Rudi. And next we have the St. John's Brigade Singapore, that's led by Corps Staff Officer Grade 6, Faith Tay. And the Red Cross Youth, led by Volunteer Officer Goh Jia Yong. The next two contingents are the Girls Brigade Singapore, led by Cadet Warrant Officer Christabel. And the Boys Brigade in Singapore, led by Senior Cadet Lieutenant Benjamin No. And finally, we have the Singapore Scout Association. That's led by Rover Scout Calvin Fu Yong Sheng. And Girl Guides Singapore, led by young adult Yu Shami. Our social and economic groups are up next. And leading the way, we have the People's Action Party PAP Community Foundation, led by Dr. Wan Rizal. And the National Trades Union Congress, led by Mr. Raymond Chin. They're followed by Keppel Corporation Limited. That contingent led by Miss Samantha Yap. And Singtel, led by Mr. Andrew Sim. The third block of contingents comprises PUB, Singapore's National Water Agency, led by Mr. Lim Yao Feng. And OSIM International Private Limited, led by Mr. Charles Lee. Next, we have Cetrium Limited, and that's led by Mr. Stephen Tang. And PSA International Private Limited, led by Mr. Kelvin Chan Ching Ting. They're followed by DBS Bank Limited, led by Mr. Chan King Man. And Wan Changi, led by Mr. Hilary Teo. We now see one team at Singapore. That contingent led by Ms. Teo Ai Ping. And Singapore Post, led by Mr. Chin Kai. And the final two socio-economic contingents are GRAB, that's led by Ms. Philomela Chua, and the Hardware Network Youth Charity, led by Ms. Anbu Agana in Anadure. And of of course, the marching music for the parade and ceremony is provided by the combined band. The band comprises members from the Singapore Armed Forces Band and the Singapore Police Force Band. It's led by band drum majors, military expert Tu Jash Chua King Hui, and Senior Staff Sergeant Abdul Latif bin Abdul Rahman. And also the Director of Music, Military Expert 5, Ignatius Wang. The military tattoo is another highlight of the parade, with the musical performance accompanied by solid marching and even a hint of the dramatic. And that's where the drum majors come in. Their flourishes with their maces now taking on a theatrical twist when they were previously used to define drill movements and signal commands. Their elaborate displays often have spectators on the edge of their seats. And that rounds off the parade and ceremony segment of NDP 2023.